We're at 11:30. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? My name, if you haven't met me already, my name is Ken Countess, and I've got 40 years as a marketer, and I'm in my 20th year now helping businesses of all sizes grow. And prior to being an independent consultant for the last 20 years, I was a senior marketing executive at 3 Fortune 100 companies. They were Marriott and Motorola, where I was for about 20 years, and then also at CVS. Okay, we're good. Thanks, Wells. I appreciate that. I'm managing director of the Countess Group. We help businesses just like yours gain an unfair advantage over your competition. Now, here's what I'm going to teach you in the next 20 minutes. It's how to be a better marketer on Facebook. There's no secret, especially knowing how many people are actually watching us on Facebook right now. Facebook is where lots of people spend their time, and especially now during the COVID-19 crisis. So many of us are working from home. Maybe you work from home already, or maybe you're forced to work from home now. And this is just, I'm looking over at the chat box, by the way, just to see if other stuff is coming in. If you can hear me well on Facebook, let me know. And if you could hear me well on Zoom, let me know that too, okay? All right, so we want you to become a better marketer on Facebook. As I was saying, so many of us now find ourselves in a new situation due to the COVID-19 outbreak that we're just not sure what to do anymore. Either you've worked from home in the past and now you're finding yourself forced to work from home and you're not entirely sure what to do and how to use the online tools. Or maybe you've worked from home for a long time and just really never explored some of the other tools that are out there. So I am doing these webinars every single day at 11:30 Eastern Time. I know we've got people from across the country, so welcome to all of you. And I hope you'll continue to join us every single day. What I'd like you to do in the Q&A box, let me know the struggles that you're having with marketing, and I'll try to address them in this session, specifically as it relates to Facebook. But also, if you have things you'd like me to cover during other sessions, and these are limited to 30 minutes a day, go ahead and put them in the Q&A box. If you're not sure where to find the Q&A box, move your mouse down to the bottom of the screen. Then again, this is if you're on Zoom. If you're on Facebook, put them in the comments box. And let me know, A, the struggles you're having with marketing, and B, if you have suggestions on what you would like me to cover in future events. So let's go ahead and get started. This is how to use Facebook to generate more business. And here's a quick note. This is just a 20-minute version of a 2-hour Facebook class that I do. So if you like what you see between now and the top of the hour, and you'd like to attend more of my longer classes, you can go to our website. That will give you the upcoming schedule. If you go to our website, it's thecountessgroup.com, and just go to the Seminars and Webinars tab. So this is an abbreviated version of the 2-hour class I do that's called Rock Your Marketing with Facebook. So here's how we get things started. You may or may not know that there are more than 2.5 billion monthly active users on Facebook. The number right now, by the way, here at the end of March 2020, is 2.6 billion. And over 2.3 billion, so virtually everybody, is accessing Facebook on a mobile device, right? So we can't seem to go anywhere without bringing our phones with us. So that's what you need to be thinking about when you're marketing on Facebook or anywhere else. And more than half of active users log on to Facebook in any given day. The average Facebook user has well over 300 friends. Some data I saw not very long ago said that there were 350, 400 friends. I have about, I don't even know, 1,600, 1,700 on my personal page. I've got about 6,000 on my company page. So the point is, this is where people are, and this is where they're going to not only stay up with their friends, but learn how to do business a little bit differently, maybe where to buy things, maybe to learn more about things that they had been looking for. They're on Facebook. And you may be wondering, well, gee, what does Facebook look like? Is my market out there? Well, what this pie chart is showing you is that about 40% of Facebook's users are age 25 and under, which means that 60% or more are over age 25. And so guess what? That's probably your prime target for your business. But I would not discount, by the way, the people who are under age 26, meaning they're 13 to 25, because these people are influencers. Just think about you and your business and your family. Think about your family side of this for a moment. You may be driving around during the weekend. Well, right now, unfortunately, you can't drive very much during this outbreak. But just think about if you've got younger folks still living at home with you, they're probably having a pretty interesting influence on your buying habits. I talk about this with realtors a lot in the workshops that I do. And by the way, I do about 100, 150 workshops a year. And when I talk to the realtors, I ask them, I say, who's making the buying decision when it comes to buying a home? And obviously the answer is it's mommy and daddy. But when they go on home tours and the little ones are beside them, mommy and daddy are asking the kids, do you like this place? Or do you like this neighborhood? So they do, while they don't have direct buying power, they certainly are influencers. So on Facebook, how do you make money? Well, you need to build a loyal following. And I'll show you a couple of steps on how to do that. You want to become a trusted source of information. And to do that, you need to get active. You need to put posts out there. You need to start using ads because Facebook used to be totally free. Facebook, by the way, is now 16 years old. And so it used to be free, but now to get the word out about your business, it's very much a pay to play kind of a place. And then use live video, just like this. You could be watching us on Facebook Live. And by the way, if you are watching on Facebook Live, I mentioned earlier that Facebook Live has a 40-second delay. So you may be posting things up on the Facebook Live feed and I won't see them until we get done here. Shoot me an email or send me a text and let me know what you thought of this event. So let's talk about Facebook for Business. Facebook for Business is very different than Facebook on the personal page side. This is a screenshot of my company Facebook page. So you see my picture on the left-hand side. Our Facebook page is the Countess Group. So it's facebook.com/the Countess Group. If you're watching this right now on Facebook Live, you're actually on my personal Facebook page. So when you go into a company page on Facebook, it looks very, very different. What I want you to know is how important it is to get likes on your company page. You see these two big numbers? And this is why fans matter. It's that once people become a fan of your page, they're more likely to buy from you. But the simple fact is, by the way, that they will probably never come back to your Facebook company page. The reason you want people to become fans of your page, you want them to like your page, is they're more likely to buy from you and they're more likely to recommend your brand to a friend after becoming a fan. Video is increasingly important. We all know that. How many of us are addicted to YouTube and Facebook Live like this? I'm using YouTube a lot more than I used to. And Cisco, the computer company, not the food service company, they're estimating that in 2 years, 80% of all internet traffic will be video. Facebook now serves more than 8 billion, billion with a B, video views a day. So we're on Facebook Live. The great thing about Facebook Live is that it is obviously real time, But what it does for you is it doesn't require editing or scripting the way you might expect a professional video that's highly produced would be. What Facebook Live does is it enables great engagement with your audience, meaning they can interact with you. But it builds authenticity for your brand. So many of you, and there are over 40 of you who are joining me right now on Zoom, you probably found out about this through an email that I sent this morning. But you couldn't see me, hear me, talk to me in the email. But here you can. So on this mode, you can interact with me live. You hear me, you see me, you hopefully will continue to cultivate a relationship with me on a business level that would over time enable us maybe to even do some business together. And one thing you could do is if you find somebody that you like, that you're following on Facebook, you can get notifications when they go live. The great thing about business pages, and this is what makes it different from a personal page, is that you can see the difference between how people are engaging with you based on whether you're posting organic stuff, meaning you're not paying for it, or paid stuff. The other thing that the analytics in Facebook will provide you, and by the way, they offer some really dynamite tools for you to build your brand on Facebook. So what you're looking at here is a chart that shows you that you can see what types of posts are working best for you. So I've split this up here into 3 different types of posts, just simple links to content or photos or videos. And you could see, depending on what I was doing on any given day, the amount of engagement increased. And here is something that I want to share with you. This is about running ads. So what you're looking at is a screenshot of an ad that I placed about 2 weeks ago. We're live right now on March 27th. So this is an ad that appeared for our March 16th webinar. By the way, I have another webinar coming up later in the day today at 4 p.m. where I'll be sharing the stage with a partner of mine named Paul Bosley. Paul has his own business. What he does is provide financing and funding for businesses. So if that's something that's of interest to you, I'll be talking about marketing, something different than I'm talking about now. And he'll be talking about funding and financing and the monies that are being made available by the federal government. You would join us at 4 p.m. Eastern time for that webinar. It'll also be on Zoom. It's a different URL than this one. So once again, go to my website and you'll be able to sign up for that. Anyway, here's what one of the ads was that I did about a week and a half ago. And the thing I want to bring to your attention is down on the lower right-hand corner of the screen. There, you can see that you'll see the demographics of the age groups, people and gender, by the way, age group and gender of the people who responded to my ad. You can see that it's skewed very heavily to women and mostly in the age 55 and up crowd. So that gives you, when you're running ads like that, it gives you a good sense of who your audience is and who it's appealing to. What's interesting about this is my audience tends to skew much younger and more male than female. The other thing that the analytics will give you, and I see some comments coming in and I will get to them, I promise. This will show you which of your posts is getting the highest level of engagement, which of your posts is getting the greatest reach. And that enables you then to boost the ones that you want to boost. So the ones that are not getting any traction, you would not spend the money to boost those, right? That probably makes sense. So the ones that are getting great engagement, those are the ones. Facebook is telling you which of your content is getting the greatest engagement. So here's a screenshot that shows you my typical audience. And what you see on the slide here is if you look on the left-hand side, it says that my audience is typically skewing younger 25 to 44, and mostly male by a factor of 2 to 1. Yet the ad I posted appealed to a different audience. So that is a very interesting and clear message to me about how I should structure my ads to appeal to the right audience. I want to share a case study with you. This is someone that works with me, and John is his name, and John's going to tell you about an ad campaign that we put together for one of our clients.
Hi everyone, this is John, an account manager with the Countess Group, and in this video I want to share with you a Facebook ads case study where we were able to generate $51,300 in sales for one of our clients. And what happened was the client is Thompson Tours, and they're a travel agent in eastern Pennsylvania, and they do custom travel packages, a little bit more specific and custom than like an Expedia or a Kayak or a Travelocity.com would do. And what happened was Penn State football landed in the Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis against Wisconsin. And Eileen, the owner of Thompson Tours, contacted me and said, John, I have a travel package for people going from eastern Pennsylvania to Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship game. How can you help us get the word out and promote this? So I said, let's do a Facebook campaign. And so here's exactly how we did it and who we targeted. We targeted people aged 30 to 65 plus who were Penn State alumni or liked the Penn State page, and they lived in Allentown, Philadelphia, Scranton, and State College, Pennsylvania. And the reason why we targeted that segment is because they have money. And we excluded students because typically students don't travel to big bowl games because they're expensive. So here is the exact ad we used in the campaign. And if you look at it, the number one thing to take away from this is you must use an image that will stop people in their tracks. It's very important to use a compelling image. Now, the text in this ad is very specific, where it says, it asks the question, do you want deluxe accommodations and great seats, all at the best price? It says where the game is and the time, which is very specific, and a clear call to action to learn more to see travel options. So once the user clicked on that ad, they were taken to this landing page where all the pricing is listed, the itinerary for the trip, and they can click right there to pay and to book, or to call to book a trip. So let's look at the Facebook Ads Manager here, and I'll show you exactly in the performance we got from the ad. So we spent $731.59 in 2.5 days. That generated 2,685 clicks, which is about 27 cents per click. And the results were that 114 people booked at $450 each, and that is $51,300 in revenue, and we generated that revenue from $731.59 in ad spend, which generated 2,685 clicks.
Okay, so now that we got the audio figured out, you know, that's the beauty of doing things live, is some things just don't work the way you expect, and hopefully you can recover. It just reminds me of what's going on with network news on TV these days. You'll find all the reporters are working out of their homes. Savannah Guthrie, if you watch the Today Show, is working out of her basement, and things happen. So I hope you're somewhat forgiving on the little bit of an audio issue we had. Thank you for your patience. The point of all of this is that if you know how to do it, if you do it right, you can generate some great
Hi everyone, this is John.
Without spending a lot of money. So my recommendation to you all is, hey, go for the gold. If you need help figuring out how to do all this stuff, let me know. Put something in the chat box or in the Q&A box. If you're not entirely sure where to find the Q&A or chat box, if you're on Zoom, whether you're on a on a on a smartphone or a laptop or a desktop or tablet, move your mouse down to the bottom of the screen and that will reveal the Q&A box. And for those of you who are watching me on Facebook, I'll respond to everything that you send to me. Either you can PM me, private message me, or put it in the comment area. Be nice there, or text me, whatever you like to do. By the way, as I go into Q&A, be sure to spend time on your company's Facebook page to absorb what you've learned today, and call me if you have any questions. I hope you really enjoyed this. I do have time to answer some questions. Hey, if you need help with this, we can coach you or we can do it for you, your choice. We're a full service marketing consultancy. Just about anything you need to market your business, we can help you with. We're all over the web. Obviously, you're finding us on Facebook and on Zoom, but we're on Pinterest and LinkedIn and Twitter. We've got big followings in each of those areas. I've got a podcast you can listen to. There are over 60 episodes. You can find that on our website. We're certified partners with lots of different companies, so if you need help automating your business or using some of these other tools, please let me know. Connect with my company page on Facebook. It's facebook.com/thecountessgroup. Connect with me on LinkedIn. By the way, if you do that, personalize the invitation. Let me know who you are and that you attended this session. And if you love Instagram, you can find me there too. It's Ken Countess Marketing. If you would like a copy of this presentation, email me. Send me an email. Let me know that you'd like a copy of this. Hey, we help businesses like yours gain an unfair advantage over your competition. We've got lots of events coming up. As I mentioned, I do this, not this particular workshop every day, but every day at this time, 7 days a week for the foreseeable future, I'm doing these half-hour workshops. Every day is a different subject. So if you have something you'd like me to cover, put a suggestion in there. Use the chat or Q&A box on Zoom. Text me, email me, whatever you like. I'm all ears. If you'd like a free consultation, you could do that too. I give everybody who asks a free 15-minute consultation. Or just give me a call. You know, those things called smartphones can actually be used as phones too. And you can find a lot of resources at thecountessgroup.com. Hey, this is Ken Countess, and if you missed this morning's free 30-minute marketing training, you missed a lot. Just ask the people who attended. Well, I do this every morning. We do it on Zoom and stream it also on Facebook Live. If you have something you'd like me to cover, go ahead and send it in. Let me know what you'd like me to do for you. This is all in response to the pandemic. Businesses have been hurt. I want to help. So please join me tomorrow morning. Join the rest of the crowd. We'll see you then. All right, so let's go to Q&A. And let's see, what do we have? Oh, there is one thing I'd like you to do. I would like to get your feedback. If you're watching this on Zoom, go ahead and answer this poll question for me. And it's, how would you rate this short webinar? 5 stars, I learned a lot. 4 stars, really good. 3 stars, 2 stars, not too bad. And 1 star, I didn't learn anything. Go ahead, if you would, and answer that poll for me. And I'm not seeing that it showed up on the other computer that I'm using. So let's relaunch that and see if that works. There, now it's showing up. So if you would, go ahead and let me know what you think. Let me go to the Q&A and chat. So let's see, here's the Q&A box. Carolyn wants to know how to increase reach. Carolyn, let me see if you're still here. Carolyn is still here. Yeah, hopefully we gave you a sense of how to increase reach. One of the ways to do that is on your business page, if you look at the types of posts that are giving you the greatest engagement and the greatest reach, those are the ones that you should boost because that's what's resonating the most with your audience. And that gives you pretty scientifically a good way to see what's going on and what's working best. Heather asks, is it a good idea to buy Facebook ads? Is it good bang for your buck? Yes and yes, as long as you're doing it right. We do a lot of work with Facebook ads. You can reach out to me if you'd like to learn how we do it, and we'll give you some quick tips. But the essence of it, Heather, is that you have to do it right. Otherwise, it's like flushing money down the toilet. A lot of people have tried Google ads and found that they were not getting a good return. Facebook ads will give you a good return because they allow you to zero in specifically on your audience. If you recall the video I showed you about the travel agent, we knew exactly who to target, and that's why she got the best result. Okay, Zach says, is it better to send people to a landing page or Messenger, or does it matter? You know, it really depends on what your audience does, right? It depends on the type of audience. It's always a good move to get people to go to a landing page. And the reason for that, Zach, is when they go to your landing page, if it's on your website, you kind of have them, right? That you've got their attention. On Messenger, just like on Facebook, people tend to come and go, and they may see something on Messenger and maybe they respond and maybe they don't, and maybe they don't see it until a few days later. But if you get them to your landing page, then you'll get their contact information. So in my opinion, that'll probably work the best for you. How do you, Greg says, how do you get followers and audience? After initial setup, Facebook does not allow you to invite people. My business is a one-time sale, so I need new customers and referrals. Greg, ads are probably going to work best for you. To get new followers and audience, one of the best ways to do that on the cheap is to put great content out there. Get and ask people to share your stuff. And if you've got some loyal followers, what's the best type of advertising? It's word of mouth referral. So I hope that helps you. Brayton asks, would you say Facebook ads is an easier place to start out when trying to learn this? Easier place to start out. Yes and no. I would start with Facebook ads at a very, very, very small budget. You could even try doing $1 a day. $1 a day is a pretty small investment, but test different ads and see which of those are working best for you. And then as you see what kinds of ads are working best, that's when you can raise the budget. Terrence says, I've been in a Facebook jail, and with a consistent algorithm changes, is it advisable to develop your own URL or home on the internet just in case? Well, you always need your own URL. You always need to have a place for people to go. And the reason that I say that is manyfold. Long ago, Facebook used to be a place where you could have a store, right? Before Shopify came around, people were putting their products on Facebook on a shopping page, and then Facebook took it away. Their stores were shut down. If you have your own URL, you own it. Nobody can take that away from you. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Somebody says, we're not-for-profit and have only used organic reach. Try to spend a little bit of money. It doesn't have to be a lot. Our Facebook is the boss's personal account with a special page for our not-for-profit. The special page for not-for-profit, if it was set up as a company page, then that's what it is, sure. I'd have to see whether it's a business page or not to know for sure. Jennifer, you're welcome. Very informative session. Susan says, thank you. You're welcome too. Carolyn, you're welcome. Doug asks, is it too soon to start marketing with the coronavirus still spreading in the New York, New Jersey area? No. This is the time to market. You've got people's attention. And I don't know what your product or service is, Doug, but this is a time to get out there and start marketing. People are home and they're spending time on Facebook. This is the time to get their attention. And if you need help figuring out what to do, reach out to me. All right, I hope this session has been of great help to everybody. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern. Also today at 4 o'clock Eastern. We've got some really great content lined up for you, and I hope you'll join us each and every day. So thanks very much for joining me this morning, and I look forward to having you attend another one of our events.